I am utterly exhausted. I'm sore. It's still early in the day and I'm gross after having cleaned off the truck. This has been an anxiety and stress-filled week, and I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Day 5, Hot Rod Drag Week 2022, the last and final day. And Chuck and Matt and Ross and Whitney all got ready to make their passes to complete Drag Week 2022. And guess what? They got in the staging lanes and it rained pretty much all day, and they called it. So they reverted back to the results for day 4. Well, with Keith coming out on day 3, which is an interesting scenario. It kind of looks like maybe a spark plug caused his drama, which we'll get into that at a later time. And Matt and Chuck, they really weren't in contention because they were actually all in the same class. So congratulations to Matt for his very first completion of a drag and drive event, Drag Week 2022. Congratulations to Chuck for, I think he's done a drag and drive event before, but not in the LTD that I know of. Congratulations, guys. That's awesome. I think they sent me a few videos, so let's get right to it, and then we'll get with the rest of the video here in just a second.
They're calling that one the Honda Miata. Little does Matt know, I want it to be our next project at Slow Build Garage. Hey y'all, welcome to the beginning of day 5. We haven't actually started yet, but if you look over there, you can see the top 40 of the Street Machine Eliminators. They're gonna start us off today so they can get those brackets set. If you look around the pits, you'll notice we're a bit smaller than we were when we started 1 day ago. I'm in the same spot. We haven't actually started running, but we're looking forward to a good day. It's nice and cool. The DA is staying below 1,000 feet, and it's looking good to see some crazy things. We didn't make it in as early as we wanted to last night. The sun was still sort of up, but we were definitely past sunset. And we got a later start today, so we're feeling a little more rested, but related, I am utterly exhausted. I'm sore. It's still early in the day and I'm gross after having cleaned off the truck. This has been an anxiety and stress-filled week, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. We are already talking about doing it again next year, so here's hoping. We've got Ryan with us in the Drag Week Dakota, and yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of the day holds.
post day 5 update. We left St. Louis last night. We made it down somewhere in Arkansas to Searcy or whatever. But as Ryan's probably pointed out, it got rained out yesterday, so nobody got to make any passes. Wagon ended up with like a 1195 average, which is pretty good, being on the brakes pretty hard the whole time. But yeah, we're fixing to get back on the road and make the push down to Houston. See ya.
Thank you guys so much for coming along on the Drag Week series. 6 videos in 6 days. It's been an interesting challenge, but I was off this week, so I'm glad I had the extra time to do it, and I really hoped you guys enjoyed the videos and got to follow along. If you're thinking about doing a drag and drive event and you have questions, send them our way. Other than that, get out there and do it. It's just a blast. All right, dare I say this, but I am officially moved in the shop. I've got all my stuff from my garage out here. I got a couple other things that I didn't have before that a buddy gave to me, which I appreciate. But yeah, we've got tools out here. We've got cabinets out here and chemicals and all kinds of good stuff. We even now have a beer fridge out here, which, you know, that's awfully important, and probably sodas and whatever else. So that's kind of fun. Nice and cold. And I got all the cars back in and got them out of the weather. They all need baths. But yeah, I'm super excited. All the electrical is done. My buddy John Newby did a fantastic job. You can see the electrical boxes over there. I've got my own 20 amp breaker on this one plug just for the compressor alone. But he did such a nice clean job with all of the routing of the conduit. This one here is for the welder, which is a 3/4 inch, and it goes all the way over there to the corner. And all the lights are on and working. I've got them kind of separated by switches here, so you know, I can turn off one section at a time if I want to. You know, that works pretty good. Yeah, fully functional. I even got my TV out here that's working, which this is the TV that never dies. We've had this thing probably for 20 years, and it still works. So we'll deal with it. But it's awesome. And Gramps is in here. It's in its spot, so we're waiting on Greg to come in, and we're gonna get started on pulling the engine out of this dude. Obviously we got a lot to do on that. Lastly, on the shop, we've got a lot of stuff to bring home from the storage, which is going to probably hang out here. I've got to trim this because I just don't know if I'm ever going to do plumbing, but I put it there just in case. But let me show you the last thing here, which is awesome. Got some super bright external lights. I got them at the front and the back, and the man door. So it puts out a ton of light. Really helps. I was able to back in the trailer without issue the other night at night, which is saying something, because it's something I don't usually attempt, because there's just not enough light for me to see what I'm doing, because there's some obstacles for backing in. So yeah, and they're on photo cells too, so they have their own built-in. So if I forget to turn them off, God forbid, they'll turn off themselves. So yeah, we are fully functional. It is time to start doing some work in this guy. Not that we haven't already, but it's going to be a whole lot easier with everything in here, and I'm not changing out tools back and forth, and I'm just super pumped. It's been a lot of work today, but it's been totally worth it. So wanted to share that with you. We're about to get cranking on Gramps, and I have some stuff to do to the Magnum actually too, to make it a little bit more drivable, especially since fall's coming and I want to drive that car a whole lot more. So yeah, stick around for that. And then there's plans for this one. There's plans for that one. There's plans for that one, but it's going to be a little while. And obviously, the Dakota is going to get a whole lot of stuff done. And yeah, I'm hoping maybe Sunday I'll be able to go over to Keith's if he's going to pull the motor out the Fairmont, and we're going to kind of look at it together and see what's going on with it and show you all that. If you're new to the channel, for the shop, for the vehicles, for drag week, for Rocky Mountain Race week, for Sick week, drag and drive stuff, or just because you like Dodge Dakotas, please consider subscribing. We always have stuff going on. We have 4 Dodge Dakotas. 2 are getting LS swapped. Well, that one already is, except the engine's over there because I had to pull it out. This one's getting a twin turbo 4.8 liter. And we're about to start on that project right there. Other than that, we have some classic Chevy stuff, and I like to buy cars that I see from time to time and get them running. So lots of stuff to check out. Please consider subscribing, follow along with us. If you have subscribed and you followed along with us for a while, thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna stop babbling and I'm gonna kind of shut it down out here. So until next time, you guys know the deal. Y'all be good.